Hello there. My name is Ryan Roach, and I wanted to make a video about something that's been on my mind for a while. I actually want to make a video about why I'm so pissed off at my ex-girlfriend. As you can see, I'm also making a video to review 7-Eleven wine, and it was like $18.99 at 7-Eleven, which is too much, too expensive, 7-Eleven. But yeah, as you can see, finishing off this bottle of wine, and I wanted to make a video reviewing this wine, too expensive, and also to talk about why I'm so angry at my ex-girlfriend. Okay. One of the reasons why I am so upset with my ex-girlfriend is because I told her something that was very personal. I told her something very personal, something I don't tell a lot of people, and she sort of seemed like she was willing to be open to that. This wasn't something I just blurted out. This was something I sort of worked up to over a period of months by sort of being like, hey, listen, there's stuff in my life that is very difficult to talk about. I've been through something very terrible, and while I was very patient and understanding and willing to listen to her trauma, when it came time for me to express to her something deeply personal and traumatic that I had gone through, her reaction to that was sort of like, well, you're not like that anymore, right? Almost like what I had been through was my fault, and it was kind of a lot, as you can imagine. So it was kind of like, holy shit. This person is reacting to this deeply traumatic thing that happened to me, and they're sort of basing their reaction on, you were in that situation because there was something wrong with you, you're not like that anymore. And so there was that thing, and I told her that about a month before I broke up with her. And then when we did break up, I really expressed to her how important it was for me to keep her in her life. Because despite the fact that I didn't want to be with her romantically, I really, really cared about her, and I was very deeply attached to her. And I really needed her to be in my life because I felt like I didn't have a lot of close friends, people that I had shared this deeply traumatic personal thing that I had shared with her. And I thought we had this understanding that even though we weren't romantically together anymore, we were going to remain in each other's lives. Well, a month passes. I hear nothing from her. I'm sort of trying to give her space because, I'm the person that broke up with her, right? Maybe she's a little angry. And the next time I hear from her, she's in this, dark place because she was dating someone else and they broke her heart. And so I was like, listen, if you want to talk, I'm here for you. And so we had an hour-long conversation on the phone. Maybe it was an hour. I don't quite remember. But it was a really long time of me just consoling this person in my life that I really cared about. And I was there for her. And something that she said during that conversation really stood out to me. She said, I don't want any more friends. I have enough friends. What I want is to get married. And she said it in sort of this joking way, haha, isn't that funny? Isn't it silly? But no, but it's true though. I actually just want to get married. I don't need friends. And it's just great, but remember what I told you about that thing, that deeply traumatic thing that I went through, and how I needed stable people in my life to not abandon me? Well, what if what I need is to not get married and to just have friends? What if what I need is the opposite of what you need? And I mean, I didn't say that to her, but it just bothers me. It bothers me that there's this expectation that I should be able to meet her needs, but I'm there for her when she needs someone to talk to. I'm there when she needs a friend, but when I need a friend, she's not there to talk to me. In fact, she doesn't really need friends. She just needs to get married. And that's why she doesn't want to talk to me. is because she just wanted to get married, and I just wanted to fuck around. So, like, you know, say Libby. Anyway, so this is like something that I've been like really struggling with, because this traumatic thing that I went through, it's not whatever you're imagining is the traumatic thing that I went through. That's not it, okay? Because there's normal traumatic things that people go through that people shouldn't have to go through. I'm not demeaning your trauma when I say this, but there are certain types of traumas that AFAB people experience and women experience that are pretty typical in our patriarchal society. And mine is a little more complicated than that. And I'm not trying to say my trauma is worse than your trauma. I'm saying my trauma is like a little more harder to talk about. Like it's not talked about a lot, even though I think it should be. I think it should be, because then it would be easier for me to talk about it. But it's hard to talk about. And because of that, it takes me a really, really long time to get to a point in a relationship where I can express to my partner this thing that happened to me, this thing that I went through. And for a person that I thought I could trust to, you know, come out and imply that what I went through was my fault. You're not like that anymore, right? Like, you don't do stuff like that anymore, right? Like, that sort of was this huge setback for me. It was really hard for me to really digest that. And I'm in a relationship right now. It's a relationship that's been going on for several months, and I find myself in this position where, like, I really, really want to tell this person what happened to me, but I can't, because, well, I'm not trying to blame my fucking ex-girlfriend, but, like, that was, like, the shittiest reaction. And anyway, this is just a video, I guess, about how annoyed I am about my ex-girlfriend having that shitty reaction, and me not being able to cope with that, and it affecting my current relationship, which is shitty. It's shitty that this is happening, and it sucks. Yeah. So this dark horse wine from 7-Eleven, as you can see, it's not that bad for like a cab, you know. I got these glasses at the dollar store, by the way. They were $1. I really hate the blue tint, but you can't really go wrong for like $1, so I bought them, and it makes consuming wine feel fancy. Anyway, so I've been thinking a lot about what I want to do with this channel. I think I created this channel at first because I wanted to like talk about like political stuff and, you know, things I care about in the political arena in terms of like LeftTube and the online left and those sorts of spaces where people have discourse. And that quickly sort of unraveled once I sort of realized that it's all just a bunch of garbage and not worth talking about to begin with, at least most of it. So I don't think that's what I'm going to do here on this channel. I think I might touch on it a little bit, but I find myself slowly walking it back and not really being as heavily invested in these big LeftTube characters as much anymore. I think the drama is compelling from like a storyteller perspective, and I am a storyteller, so I think that I'm attracted to the drama of LeftTube in that sense, but in the sense of it being like a sort of like political, like, oh, I'm doing this because I care about politics. Let's just be honest, that's not true. I do care about politics, but me being on YouTube has nothing to do with that. And, yeah, so just wanted to admit that I'm not here to be a part of LeftTube or really to critique LeftTube. in any significant way. I'm just here to like talk about my feelings and rant about my ex-girlfriend and drink wine and complain about stuff, you know? As one should, on a Monday. I wonder if I'm going to even post this on Monday. Oh, in case you're wondering, the reason why I always am wearing like this fucking gross black tank top when I film these videos is because I only feel comfortable filming videos after I've gone to the gym, because I have really intense body dysmorphia, and like it really makes me feel better to like feel like I've worked off some calories. Even though I wish I didn't care about stuff like that, I do. So just to throw that out there in case anybody's critiquing my weird ass outfit. It's because I went to the gym and worked out, you assholes. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know if this video is like worth anybody's time. But I'm making it anyway because it's what I feel like doing right now on a Monday. My girlfriend just sent me an amazing picture. It involves boobs.